Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store today. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and we've got a team that makes it into the top 25. Now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Texas Longhorns, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Ragin Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Right back to it. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. Catch in the middle, it's Spears. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. And the Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First down here for the offense. Out of the gun to give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Hall to go up top. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Makes the grab down the left side. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Off the RPO, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Looking to throw for it. Pocket starts to collapse. Makes the grab down the middle. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
And I like it. 3rd down and short, and this offense stays aggressive. And now they're set up. Forget the field goal. We're not looking for 3 now. Now set up in a 1st and goal, trying to get a touchdown.
Motion from the offense. Wants to pass. Oh, what a a grab by the defense. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
When you're running up the middle, you got so many big boys on the inside. When you run this toss out wide, it's nice because you get away from all the beef. You get to get on the perimeter, make some of those little guys make some tackles out wide. The running back really appreciates when you give him some tosses.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a snag by the defense. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board, but you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
They're bringing heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
And the returner will be brought down. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays, and I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
He's got it on the right. Still on his feet at the 45. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Well, I'll tell you what, just watching this QB in the run game, he's going to break one. At some point in this game, he's going to break a home run. Defense did a nice job getting him down there, but this guy, I'm telling you, he's just a play away from taking it to the house. Keep letting this guy do his thing.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. The Longhorns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
This has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next third down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
3rd and goal for the offense. Might as well stick with him. And he's knocked down.
And that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a 4th down.
Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And this ought to be a chip shot from about 20 yards out. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. They'll snap it with a minute to play here in the opening stanza. Wants to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Wells. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Ragin' Cajuns in the hurry-up. Unloads quickly. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here we go. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Now on the option. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on first down.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. And the Ragin' Cajuns will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Here comes the Texas offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Fires into traffic and intercepted. Never really got...
obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on second down. Hall will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Love what they did there, putting a big fella in the slot, letting him use his ability to get downfield and create some space and find the soft spot in the zone.
No doubt. You got the big fella in the slot, so you get your matchup. You know it's zone coverage. You know you can put it up out there, let him go make a play. That is a recipe for success, finding that matchup and exploiting it.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Offense gets set for second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The receiver was doubled and they picked it off. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Quick handoff. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Wide out in motion. They'll run it from the gun. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season, not even in the top 50. But you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Well, nice job there by the running back. They toss it to him, and he's able to kind of weave his way for a very good gain for this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. It's complete on the right side. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And the Longhorns line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Paul.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
The offense didn't even glance to the sidelines. They'll stay out there and go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Yeah, and how about make no mistake about it? Line up, bring in the big boys. You know, you probably have a good idea of what I'm trying to accomplish. 4th down situation, and the offense comes through playing with a little physicality, a little muscle.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes
got a lot of running room. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Ragin' Cajuns racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll throw it on 1st down. Feeling some heat. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
That offense having to deal with the last thing you want on 1st down, giving up a sack as they come up to the line on 2nd down. Pressure coming. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. Hall to go up top. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is anything but routine. A 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico State. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
On second down, wants to throw it. Finds his target down the middle. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a win.
Quick completion to the right. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Kane. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. It's a draw. Tried to fight his way through that tackle, but he's brought down. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. Looking to move it through the air. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. It's good. They'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well, because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
From the gun, the ground game. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The play action fake. Coming after it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. And the Ragin' Cajuns line up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Oh, it's off the side of his foot. They were hoping for a little more, but it could have been worse as the punt goes out of bounds, and they'll put it in play around the 45-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Now on second down.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on third.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
First down for this offense. Now they'll try the right side. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Ragin Cajuns come to the line in the hurry-up. Got his man quickly. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. On the option. He'll toss it. Past the 25. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Louisiana!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
got the quick pass. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Still running at the 40. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
The hand to the running back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell, starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Great shot at a field goal from here. You don't want to be reckless and take it off the board, but you got to go for the score. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice game, this time on the ground.
And the Longhorns have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Trying to run it in. Touchdown, Texas! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the get on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small game, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Ragin' Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Moore. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10.
Get set.
Power football with the run. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They'll go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They feed him again. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that will extend their lead even further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Offense set on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Wells. That's a live ball. Oh, unfortunate to get that one back, and as an added bonus, they get the first down. To the ground with the back. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Hall will throw it. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their rules, and he made the pick. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
They'll try the run. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fourth down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. They'll try to pick up the first. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. It feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
He'll pull it down and run. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Really nice time. Nice job by the quarterback. He dropped back to pass, but how about saving your best for when it matters most, late in the ballgame, biggest run of the day in a big moment.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Fires toward the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
You know, I feel for this offense, if they're going to get back in the game, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it with chunk plays. They're going to have to be methodical and generate some first downs and march down the field.
Got it inside the 30 before he's finally pulled down at the 25. It's a gain of 6. They give it to him again. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient. It's a bit of a delayed handoff, but he's very good at finding the creases and finding the lanes and then putting his foot in the ground and getting north.
Pulled down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line. The Ragin Cajuns headed quickly to the line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Wants to throw on third down. They're trying to get, and he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ragin Cajun. Late in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the momentum. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And he's going to run it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Texas offense. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. And the quick shuffle pass underneath.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
And if you didn't know this was a big play, the crowd is telling you, a huge 3rd down. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they're executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
On 2nd down, wants to throw. Snags it over the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. He's looking downfield to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. And the Longhorns decide to punt it away. Slips through the line. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
Tremendous awareness to get what he could and get out of bounds. And now the offense trying to score one late. Now on 1st down from the 40. Give to the running back. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They got the 1st down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. Hall to go up top. Touchdown, Cajun! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space in the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get out timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
The offense will quickly use a timeout. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield. It's Burns. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Touchdown, Longhorns! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead. If he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. He's got it, and the lead is up to a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the clutch late score that almost certainly will be the game winner. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air. But a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle. It's Hubbard. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Quarterback checking the play. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His 1st interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch.